Hello everyone, my name is Brett Keane, and one of the things that I think that people who've been fans of mine realize, the thing that they catch on to whenever they're watching my videos, is they see a person who enjoys what he does and likes to incite thought, likes to cause people to think. But not only that, I like to make people laugh. I like to make people feel good about what they're watching. There's been times in my videos where I have said some things that are pretty hardcore, but my fans and my friends have always known whenever they watch that I've always had the best intentions, and the whole point was just to get people to think. Most of my videos are just to make you laugh. Most of them are just to make you go, yes, this guy is absolutely right. Almost like a comedian. I don't know if you've ever watched George Carlin, but I doubt that whenever he was alive and he came out on stage and he said the things that he did, that every single time he would just leave the stage and be completely pissed off and aggravated. George Carlin was very good at being able to talk about happy situations and then turn around and talk about some very hardcore situations at the same time, mixing a little comedic humor in it. He was a fucking pro, a master at what he did. I admired him. There's a lot of people in the comedic business that are good at that, such as Lewis Black. Hell, there's even a couple country comedians out there. What's that one boy's name that we were talking about, blue collar?
Ron White.
Ron White, yeah. He's really excellent at what he does. And unfortunately, some people, I guess, who've watched me, they don't get it. They don't understand that what they're seeing is a guy who is trying to make a pleasurable, enjoyable video at the same time trying to cause people to think. Some people just don't get it. They're shallow. They're fucking dense like a puddle. But the point is that I, on the other hand, have watched people's videos, and I don't feel as though I'm getting a laugh out of it. I don't feel like there's something that a person's trying to make me think. I feel like a person is either very, very pissed off and angry, and they're just trying to push their shit. I've had this happen while watching religious videos as well as non-believer videos. I've seen it on Christianity, I've seen it with Muslims, I've seen it with people where they take themselves so fucking seriously, it's almost a joke to watch. It's almost funny, but you know that when you're looking at the person that they're not trying to be funny at all. They're not trying to be cute, and they don't give a fuck what you think. I've seen it too many times. I've even seen it with some people who I actually have a little bit of respect for. I see religious people use a lot of fear tactics and a lot of bullshit in their videos where they try to cause you to feel uncomfortable with who you are, what you believe in, or what you say, or what you think, in order to drive you over to their side of the equation. I have seen Christians say you would have to be a fool. They'll even read out of the Bible, the fool says in his heart that he doesn't believe that there is a God, that there is no God and all this. A person who is godless is a fool who is damned forever and ever in hell's fire. Okay, now everybody's going to agree that sounds totally fucked up and ignorant. But what about the non-believer who sits on video and says, you are a fucking stupid prick to believe in what you believe. You are a dumb shit. And don't get me wrong, folks, as I've said before, I've made some comments and I've said some things in the past. But I've always been good intentions, and I always back myself up with what I said, and I explained that I'm trying to help people and help people understand, and sometimes I've let the anger get to me. The difference between me and others is I admit whenever I'm wrong. I admit whenever I'm too harsh or I'm too cold or I may have come off too controversial or way over the level of what people might understand. I don't want people getting super offended. I don't want people getting pissed. I just want people to think. There are people out there who don't give a fuck at all how you feel. They don't care how you're going to react, how you're going to deal with this. There are non-believers that use the same tools and tactics out there that religious people do, fear tactics. And you're probably thinking, well, we don't have a hell. We don't have a place where Christians and religious people can go when they die if they be naughty fuckers. What you do tell them, though, is that they'll be rejected by society, that any time that people like you walk by, you're going to think they're fucking stupid because they're holding a Bible. What you do tell them is that they're idiots and they're brainwashed, and that if they don't fucking accept your way of thinking, then they're not even worth the skin that they're in. And I don't know what's worse. Torment while we're living, torment after we're dead. What's the fucking difference, really? The only argument you could make is, well, it's longer in hell. I don't know. I think if you torment someone just for 5 minutes and shit, it might as well be forever, because no one forgets. No one's going to sit there and say, oh, well, when I was tortured for 5 minutes mentally and abused by someone, I'll just simply forget it and stuff. Does it really matter? Does it? Not really. So I think that we should try to think of each other as human beings. We should try to understand that, look, this person was raised this way. This is the way this person lived their life. And I think when we approach each other in a situation where there might be some thoughts being manifested and some ideas being shared, that we ought to remember that if we were them and we went through what they went through, we might possibly believe the same way they do or think like they do, and vice versa. If I was born off on a fucking island and shit, I might believe in the coconut god. Who knows? Does that mean I'm crazy? Does that mean I'm stupid? No, it's just the way I lived. Now, I'm not saying that there ain't some people out there that are a little twisted in the fucking head, but a lot of people and shit, I think that we should give them the benefit of the doubt. I know that this video is not going to change anything, but I think that the people out there and the friends and the fans and all that will get what I'm saying, and maybe to bring them some motivation and some inspiration and shit this year, some things to think about. Other people, they'll just say, fuck Brett, because, as I've said, if they're not going to care about anybody else's feelings, I'm not going to be one of the award winners in their eyes or ears, so I won't be able to make a difference there. But at least I'm making a difference. Maybe not for them, but I'm making it somewhere. Thank you. You've been listening to Brett Keane.